Hey, this is Johnny Beane. 11:31 p.m., August 27th, 2016. This is my VEDA vlog for today. Vlog every day. Vlog every day in August. And yeah. So anyway, this is it. Had a long day today, very long day. I basically I had a rehearsal today for a gig. I'm playing a wedding, apparently, next month. So, had a rehearsal today in Oakland. Went and well, first of all, I had to get up there. I had an appointment up in Walnut Creek at 11:30 in the morning. I live in Santa Cruz. Okay, so I need to allow 2 hours to get up there. I think I got up. I got up there pretty quick today, actually. I think I got up there in like about an hour. Actually, it wasn't bad for a Saturday. It was pretty good. The traffic going north is awesome. The traffic going south is a nightmare because everybody from the Bay Area is trying to get to Santa Cruz on Saturdays. Go to the beach, Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, all that stuff. So anyway, I drove up about I left about I wanted to leave around 10. I ended up leaving about 10:30, 10:15 maybe. Something like that, I think. And yeah, so I got up there and then about an hour, a little over an hour, had an appointment and then basically had like a few hours to kill before my rehearsal with this band, right? So I basically just hung out in Walnut Creek, my old stomping grounds. That's where I lived before I lived here in Santa Cruz. So it was cool. I walked around, had a good time. Yo, I'm getting text messages. Hey, what's up, Johnny? I'm watching your live blog right now. For some reason, I can't post a comment. Looks like the option is not available. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure because I'm running this from YouTube now instead of Google Plus. I'm trying to get ready. Google Plus is getting rid of this feature, and that's how I used to run these things. So I'm sorry you can't comment. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you can do that. Yeah, although the text you just sent me worked. So that was cool. That's cool. But yeah, we got to figure that out. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do from here. I don't think so. Nah. No, once I started the video, there's nothing I can do about the what do you call it? The chat thing. Yeah. That'll get fixed. Don't worry. It's all good. So anyway, yeah, I was in Walnut Creek for a while, walked around, had a good time. Very busy place, If any of you who live outside of the area, Walnut Creek is like a real it's kind of like a ritzy what do you call it? Michael Smith. Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. Are you listening? I knew it was. I figured it was you because all the other text messages within this thread that you're sending me, they say Michael Smith. Like you told me your name before on there, so cool. Yeah, well, thanks for listening, man. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, thanks for texting too. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm still trying to figure out, the this live thing, from YouTube. You know, I could have had that live chat feature turned on, but I turned it off thinking that maybe people could post just within the comments. But I guess not. I guess that's not. I guess that's not an option anymore. Once the thing goes, once this goes bye bye from Google Plus, I guess I'll have to use that chat window. So next time, tomorrow, because of course I'll be doing another one of these things tomorrow. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I got to Walnut Creek about, what did I say? Well, I had an appointment at 11:30. So I was at 11:30 and then about noon I got out of that. I got out of that and walked around downtown, got some food, Starbucks, all that stuff. And then I didn't have to be to the rehearsal in Oakland until 3. So that's like, 3 hours. So I left Walnut Creek. I drove to this town, well, Berkeley, you know. If you guys have heard of Berkeley, California, I used to live there. So I drove through there, drove past an old house I used to live at up in the hills. It was kind of cool. And then drove down to another town called El Cerrito, which I also used to live at. Yeah, if you know California, there's like a bunch of towns right next to each other. So I would say just driving from Santa Cruz to Oakland today, I probably drove through like literally 20 towns. I mean, that sounds like a lot, but yeah, you just pass through town after town after town, right? Because the towns are all so close together. So I spent, a little while in El Cerrito, at a Barnes and Noble, just, looking at magazines, walking around, whatever, killing some time. And finally, it was about 2:30, and according to my maps, it would say I'd get to where I was going in Oakland in about half an hour, right? 3 o'clock. I needed to be there. So I ended up taking off from there, got to the rehearsal, and yeah. So like I said, I'm playing a wedding next month with this band, these friends of mine. We've played a bunch of shows together over the years, bunch of different shows. But we've never played a wedding. Well, actually, no, that's not true. We actually played my wedding years ago. But besides that, we've never played any other weddings. So we're playing somebody else's wedding apparently next month. I think in a couple weeks. So anyway, so we had a rehearsal today, and it was cool. We went through probably like 11 songs, I think, and I think we have like 11 more to figure out. I think that's what the deal is. But I think most importantly, you guys probably, if you're listening to this, you probably want to know what I used, right? What gear? I used my Fender Telecaster, my Telecaster Custom. I posted a photo. So if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, you'll have seen a photo of me that I took, you know, today of my guitar, and then you can see my pedals and stuff. I should broadcast the show. uh I Well, if there's Wi-Fi, yeah. If there's Wi-Fi, I could. I don't know what the receptions are, what the reception the reception is that the word is gonna be like, huh? What tunes am I playing? Uh well, it's a wedding, so a lot of the songs are like, kind of, you know, wedding songs, I guess. I'm playing with a friend of mine. Her name is TC, and if you wanna see what she's about, go to I think her website is Music by TC, as in the letter T and the letter C.com. I think that might be her site. Musicbytc.com. I think. Anyway, we've played together for years and years and years, and yeah, so she asked me to play with them for this gig, and so we're actually playing some of her original music. We're doing obviously a bunch of cover tunes. What we worked up today were some songs by, let's say, like the band, U2, um, uh, what Frankie Valli, um, the singer songwriter Heather Nova, uh, and these are covers that we're doing. Um, what were the other ones? I can't even remember. Yeah, it's been a long day. It's been a super long day. I've been up since like 6:30 this morning. You know, it was one of those cases where I woke up before the rooster. Um. Anyway, so it was cool. Oh, but yeah, what I was saying though, yeah, I used my Fender Telecaster. I used for these rehearsals. We rehearsed in their house, with a full drum set and a full keyboard. She plays keyboard, right, and sings. So, and there's a PA and everything. But for these rehearsals, it's great because I'm able to use just my Roland Microcube amplifier, and it's loud enough. It's totally loud enough. It's nothing to take with me. Yeah, you saw the photos of my trusty old telly. Yeah, yeah, or the photo. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's my main guitar for mostly everything I do. I mean, most of the stuff that I do myself and like playing with TC, that's the guitar I use. Anything more uh hard rock, that's when I switch to the Van Halen guitars. The Ernie Ball, the PV, the Wolfgangs, the GMW, you know, the Kramers, all that stuff, you know. So yeah, yeah, yeah. If you saw that photo, if you see that photo, you can look on Instagram. It's just my name, Johnny Beane, and you'll see that photo, and you can see my pedal board. And I'm probably gonna maybe add maybe a couple pedals for the next rehearsal and then for the actual gig. Um, I would like to have a chorus pedal, which I don't have on there currently. I lost my chorus pedal. I don't know what happened to it. It's just a Boss chorus. Actually, I tried to find it for the last gig we did, and I couldn't find it. I have no idea where it is. I misplaced it probably over a year ago because I haven't seen it since I've been living here. It must be, I don't know where it is. So I would like to use that, but yeah. So anyway, that was today. Yeah, so I left the rehearsal, and instead of driving home through Oakland, driving through downtown Oakland, past the Coliseum, And again, for classic Van Halen fans, the Oakland Coliseum, which I would have driven past, is where Van Halen filmed the Unchained video back in '81. That's where those videos were filmed. Those MTV Unchained, So This Is Love, Hear About It Later. Those are filmed there in Oakland at the Coliseum. I actually saw Van Halen play there. I saw them play there in '95. Balance Tour. They played there. Oh, and I saw them again there in 2007. Yeah. Yeah. That was the last time I saw them there, was 2007. So anyway, so instead of driving home that way, because the traffic was insane, because I guess there was a ball game over there, I drove back to Walnut Creek and then hung out there for a little bit and then drove home through that way, which is a pretty cool drive. It's pretty nice. And then I made a pit stop in San Jose, stopped at a Barnes and Noble, looked around for a minute. And actually, there's actually a cool magazine, or it's like a magazine book that's out right now. Who I forget the publisher. Anyway, it has a bunch of classic guitars. The whole thing is about vintage guitars, and they actually have one of the features in there is the Frankenstein replica guitar, and then there's like maybe 4 pages of it with some really, really cool close-up photos of the guitar. I just happened to see that today, and that was cool. That was really cool. Yeah, and then basically from there, I just came home. You know, man, I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, cool day, long day, very long. So that was it, really. So, oh yeah, and our old friend Nesdal, he was going to join me on this tonight, but apparently I guess he fell asleep like hours ago, because I talked to him on the phone when I was driving home a couple hours. Well, I've actually been here for an hour or something. I've been here for a while now, but since I got back, but I was talking to him on the phone on the way back, and he's like, "Oh, let me call you right back," and he never did. He must have just like passed out. So I don't know where he is. Hey, okay, getting some texts. Let's see. Michael Smith, yo. Michael Smith says, speaking of places that you have been, I posted a picture of myself back in the 80s when I met Kirk Hammett from Metallica. I have a bunch of other pictures that I'm trying to restore before I put them out. You posted that video of the house they used to live in. Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's where I was today. Well, I wasn't at that house. I was just right down the street from that house again today. That's in a town called El Cerrito, which I was hanging out at the Barnes and Noble, which is actually just right around the corner from that house, which they call the Metallica Mansion. Yeah, apparently they lived in that house. I guess it would have been. Huh? Would Kirk Hammett have lived there? I don't know if he lived there. It would have been whatever the band was from 1983 to 86. Was Hammett in that band at that point? I think Dave Mustaine lived in the house at one point with them. So whoever was in the band in those early years lived in that house. And it was literally right around the corner from that Barnes and Noble that I was hanging out today. And I lived in that town from 92 to 2000. I lived in that town for about 10 years, and I always knew that Metallica had lived there. I never knew where that house was, and I never knew it was literally down the street from where I lived. So it's pretty cool. Oh, he was okay. Cool, cool. Hammett was in the band. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kinda cool. I mean, I'm not a huge Metallica fan. You know, I think they're cool. You know, I like some of their stuff. Um, but, you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I had no idea that house was where it is because I used to drive. The thing is, okay, the Metallica mansion, the house they used to live in, right? The town is it's called El Cerrito, and the main streets right there is San Pablo. That's the main street, and what's the street that goes to the freeway there? I used to live right there, and I can't even remember. I mean, it's been so long. Anyway, there's a Burger King. They basically lived behind the Burger King, and the Burger King's been there as long as I've known. For 20 years, the Burger King's been there. I don't know if it was there back when they were there. I mean, it's possible, you know, because some of those restaurants are like in the same spot for like decades. Um, what street is that? Central or Fairmont? I think it's Central. They basically live that house is off Central Avenue, and is it Carlson? You can actually look up. I mean, I don't know who lives there. I don't know if anyone lives there now, so I don't want to give out the actual address, but the address is if you Google Metallica Mansion, it shows the exact address of that house. It shows it and everything. Like I said, I don't know if anyone actually lives there now, but apparently like a couple months ago, Metallica was actually there. They actually had a party there, and the band actually showed up, and um, it was actually I guess, a cool thing, you know. Um, anyway, I don't know. All I know is that I used to live there down the street, and I was right down the street today at the Barnes and Noble, hanging out, killing time. So, and as far as Nesdal, he's right now he's off in dreamland, man. Who knows what he's dreaming about? Oh, and also our friend Rob. I don't know if I should say this on here, but you know how we did the hangout? Was that last night? Yeah, we've been last night, and Rob was going to join us, and he never showed up. Well, oh yeah, you googled the mansion. Yeah, the address is there. It's like Carlson or something, right? Yeah. Um. Anyway, yeah. Apparently, Rob uh he had like an emergency last night, so that's the reason why he didn't join us. But he was texting us today, telling us what was going on, and he actually wanted to do a hangout today. Like I was actually driving down the street in Albany, California, which is just right next to El Cerrito. Yeah, I mean, like I was telling you, the towns are so close together. It's like you don't know where you are unless you actually know where you are, or if you see the signs. You can drive through like three towns and not even know it on the same street within like 5 minutes, and I'm not even kidding. You know, Carlson Boulevard. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Carlson. Yeah, yeah. If you do a Google map right there, you'll see right around the corner is a Burger King. And I used to live whatever that main street is. It's Carlson, and then there's a main street right there. Whatever that main street is, if you follow that, uh, would that be west all the way up? I used to live right there. I used to live in two different houses, right? Just walking distance from that Metallica house. So that's cool. That's pretty cool. I used to walk around that place all the time. Walk down those streets. Yeah. But today I drove, you know. Uh oh, so anyway, so I was driving down the street today and Albany, the street called Solano Avenue. Uh, and Rob sent us we have a group text, within our phones with Rob Nesdall and I, and he's like, "Hey guys, want to hang out?" You know, and Nesdall is like, "No, Johnny, he's out of town." Which literally, I mean, I had the rehearsal today or whatever. So yeah, so I don't know. Maybe you'll see us on here tomorrow. If not, Monday. hmm I just did a street view and saw the so-called mansion. Yeah, it's not a mansion. It really isn't. It's just a tiny little house, is what it is. But they call it the Metallica Mansion because apparently, I guess they lived there, for a few years or whatever, and rehearsed there. You know. Yeah, yeah. Rob is okay. He's okay. He just had a little emergency last night. That's the reason why we never heard from him. But he sent us a text this morning and let us know, that he's okay and everything. So it's all good. All good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So it's almost midnight here. It's 11:57. So, yes. Yeah, well thank you for listening. I'm going to wrap this up, do a few things and then, clock out for the night. But yes, thank you for listening to these things. These are my Vedas, which means vlog every day in August, and apparently August is ending soon. So I probably won't be doing these, or maybe I will. Maybe I will, Millhouse. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll actually do these every day from now on. Just a little end of the day vlog like this, and just talk or whatever. I think it's pretty cool. I like doing these. I think it's fun. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll just do these every day. What do you think? Is that okay? Good night. Hey, good night, man. Thank you for listening, and give the video a thumbs up. I know you can't comment on the video. I'll have to figure that out. Have to work on that. So yes. Yes. Anyway, so these are my Vedas. Vlog every day in August. Keep doing them? Okay. I will. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. Indefinitely. I'll do these because they're fun. I can keep them short. Just talk at the end of the day, like say what I did or whatever, or have a conversation with Nesdall, whatever, or whoever, you know. So yes, okay, it's almost midnight. I'm gonna split. Thank you for listening. Thank you for enjoying these things. Hopefully you do. So okay, thumbs up if you dig it, and if you're new to this, subscribe to the channel. Apparently, I'll be doing these things every day. So if you dig this, look for one of these every day. And of course, many other things on my channel: guitar lessons, reviews, guitar reviews, you know, original music, EVH Van Halen guitar chats, talking about Eddie's gears, his gears, his guitars, cool stuff, fun stuff. All right, keep rocking, everybody. Johnny Beane, johnnybeane.com, facebook.com/guitarist Johnny Beane. Go like that page, check it out. A lot of cool stuff. Keep rocking. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.